Being a fish out of water is hard enough as it is, but try being a cat without a homeworld. Stack on the added pressure of being forced to grow up too fast with the weight of leadership thrust upon you, and you've got a cosmic gumbo ready to be served up. Hi, my name is Derek J. Hoover, and this is the story of Thundercats on Yesterdaze.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Autobots, roll out!
Thundercats! Gordon's alive!
Oh, yeah!
It only takes a spark. It only takes a spark to start.
Hello, and welcome once more to Yesterdaze. I'm Derek J. Hoover, and I'm joined by Dustin Wyckoff and Jason Tosher. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm feeling thunderific.
Thunderific? Not thundertastic? Thunderific, I'll take it. Jason,
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
It's amazing to me how many people you come in contact and how few people ask you how well you're doing. So thank
Really?
you.
You don't get asked that more?
No.
Well, I'm always concerned about your well-being.
Thank you.
With you living so close now, I often think about doing just random wellness checks.
I wish, please come by.
Popping in like, hey, just want to help. I was in the area.
You can do that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was in the area. Just want to pop in for a hello.
I would lived in a
Is he gonna
fantasy
talk
world.
like that when he comes over.
Yeah, if you're going to come over, don't talk
Can
like
we
that.
workshop some other voices?
Yeah, we
before
could do
you-
that. I could
Okay.
maybe give you a Rolf. Hey, Jason.
I thought you were going to puke for a second. You were gearing up to do the voice. It looked like you were going to vomit. It was.
There
like,
is an odd scent in this house.
like you were, yeah. Where are we going here? We got like 10 different conversations
I know.
happening.
I've missed you guys so much.
Do you want to talk about the smell in the house? We can.
I keep getting like just an odd whiff. I don't know if it's necessarily fridge stank.
It absolutely is.
I smoked earlier. It is not that.
Speaking of smoking earlier, I didn't realize your neighbors were opening a goddamn dispensary. Ho!
That's why I know it'll never get noticed and blamed on Jason.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'll never be doxxed either, because everyone's smoking weed everywhere all the time. So if you say I live next to a weed house, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
And they do. They smoke all the time over there. Dead of winter, window cracked.
Yep.
You don't want a hot box all day.
I've been here dead of winter.
Mm-hmm.
The window has been cracked. And as soon as I open my car door, tell me something good.
And you said, before we started, you said, I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I think we talked about it for a half hour the other episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
You asked me if I was sad.
I worry about your well-being.
Oh.
And
cigarettes.
I'm just glad that I do miss
And you said,
cigarettes,
now I
I'm not
can,
gonna lie.
since I stopped smoking, now I can smell things. But that wasn't the case in the winter. The cold air will often impede your scent,
Yeah.
pile on top of you smoking like a chimney, and you could still smell the weed scent coming out of their house.
Yeah.
That says something.
It was the stickiest of Ickies.
They love drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs are neat.
Compared to that, I like marijuana.
You're
Like,
damn near
those
teetotal.
levels of consumption. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of teetotal, I'm drinking this nice combo of migraine tea and energy boost tea with a little bit of lemon
What's
and honey.
been going on with the migraines?
It's that time of year. It's just that time of year where the pressure's changing. It'll be cold one week, then warm the next. I think we're out of that mess of bullshit.
It's
but-
your internal tornado.
Yeah, everything's starting to bloom. They're starting to treat the fields. Yeah, so
You also
Lots of
said
flow days.
the last episode or two, you said, I'm going nuts. I shaved my head. It's coming back in.
Yeah.
I can see that you've trimmed the sides already.
yeah.
So is that how it's? How long is the top going to go? What's the plan going?
I'm going to let it
here?
get back out to the spiky and short on top.
Okay.
Keep the sides and back, my standard high and tight, cleaned up, and decided to grow a little friend right here too. But I'm probably going to get rid of that.
Did you shave? Is it specifically shaved to be a goatee?
Yeah.
Is
No,
that-
it just grows in white trashy like that.
Hey, it happens for some people. Is that back? I feel like the goatee got a lot of shit for a long time, and I'm kind of still on board with it.
I've never rocked one.
I've never had it either.
Oh no, I did when we lived together.
Does it work for you?
Yeah.
Is it going to come in real? Are you going to do it real thick?
No, I'm probably going to get rid of it like either this weekend or the next when we do.
What does Shauna say?
family pictures? She doesn't mind.
Does she like the facial hair?
Yeah, she's told me to grow a beard. I really don't want to do that.
I think the facial hair for a guy is like when a lady colors her hair. Like, ooh, it's a new lady.
Yeah.
I've been fucking this old lady for 10 years. Now I can look at the hair change. Now I'm fucking a new lady. Isn't that great? And I think the facial hair is like that for ladies. Like, ooh, changing the face. There's a new fella down there.
Well, during COVID, she got a little woo 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 because you may remember this from the bank. I shaved my head when we were at the bank because we were on the same cohort team.
Yeah.
And then I let a goatee grow. So it's like, that was like 4 years ago, if you can believe it, because the world shut down like the day before his birthday party, his first birthday party.
And Shauna was like, I'll take some more COVID, please.
See, and that was the last time I was clean shaven.
Yeah.
I went the opposite route, and
Yeah.
I shaved all my facial hair off.
Yeah.
It was like, new year, new disease, new me, and like this is all post-COVID facial
We
hair.
stayed stuck in this 1 week on, 1 week off. So like the weather started getting nice. We started doing stuff outside. And I want to say that it got unseasonably warm by like April, May. So she's out back. Henry's playing in like his kiddie pool. And I'm like in this
Speedo.
very squared off
Oh.
kind of cabana shirt with like little flamingos on it. And there's a picture of us, and it's one of her favorite pictures of us in her office. And I'm wearing aviator sunglasses. I got a barbecuing apron on, my flamingo shirt, and got this little
Got
guy
the
right
goatee
here and
going.
shaved
It's
head.
coming back.
Go,
She loves
Jim,
it.
the Anvil Neidhart style.
Ooh, baby.
Where you're like,
I don't think I'm going
you
to
can
do that.
this.
I don't
She
think
loves
I'll do
old school wrestling. She might like it.
I don't think.
Does
I'm
she
gonna do
really?
that. Oh, she loves old school.
Oh, you
wrestling.
got to do it. You got to do it.
I don't know.
And then just
gotta
do
give her
like
the
that
Neidhart.
maniacal laugh, and then go, "Yeah, baby!"
I already
love
do
it.
that.
She'll love it.
He is missed. Jim Anvil Neidhart always looked 46 to me.
Yeah, kind of the same way Sam Elliott has perpetually looked.
Yeah.
67.
Unless you watch
since
Frogs, like I did
Frogs?
last year.
He was
and
in
I
that.
like,
he was that
"Holy
failed
shit."
Evil Knievel pilot, and then immediately
and then
turned
he looks
68.
he looks somewhat middle aged, like maybe late 30s in Mask. Looks early 40s in Roadhouse, and then it's
Yeah.
67.
Yes, I saw recently a picture of Steve Martin with
Yeah.
brown hair.
What?
He's probably like 8.
Oh.
And no, he wasn't. He was actually he was holding a guitar. He looked like a hippie. And a lot of girls were like commenting like, "What a piece of ass." And he did. He looked good.
Yeah.
He had a big like scraggly beard. He looked like a piece of ass.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
not an ugly guy.
And then he went gray though. Like at
Yeah.
the minute he turned 30, he was.
And just lean
I don't even
into
think
it.
I don't even think he was in his 30s.
You're probably right.
It's worked out for him, I'd say.
I think he's doing all right.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
I think he's married to someone half my age.
Well, look at Rick Moranis when he was young, like on SCTV, like when he's bearded out, being Michael McDonough. Michael McDonald. He looks pretty cute there. And then I think Mo is the first person that sent this to me, The Young and the Wrestling. It was supposed to be like a mashup of wrestling and The Young and the Restless.
I get it.
Good. Now I feel like I wasted time explaining it. But he's like,
I was confused.
okay, good. But he's in bed. He's got like a blonde wig on, a very good blonde wig, wearing like the wrestler Speedos and the boots on. And like he looked pretty good. Tight little body. So,
You want to go into more detail?
nah,
I think you do.
I think that's a Google search for
think
Jason
you're right.
later.
We'll just assume
The lady
Dustin
doth
cut out
protest
8
too
minutes
much.
of more descriptions of Rick Moranis. He'll put in some sort of like time elapse noise in there.
Well, we do have some banter at the top because somebody took a trippy trip.
Yeah.
Dustin, why don't you tell us what you did with your spring vacation?
I got to go to Las Vegas, which I've been doing quite frequently since 2020. This was my 4th trip there, and it was for 3/11 Day yet again.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd one that I went to out there with
Dustin?
my cousin.
What's 3/11 Day?
What's 3/11 Day, Dustin?
That's good of you to ask, Jason. What it is a mini festival, I guess. It's usually a weekend-long event every other year where 311 do a mini residency and they play deep cuts. And
People know 311 is a
extended
band.
sets.
People know that. Okay.
Yeah, they've been around for over 30 years, the same lineup, and they've been doing these events for quite a while now, and a usual set, you're looking at about 22 songs, and most of them are songs you're going to recognize off of the radio and stuff. They're most well-known songs. It's a greatest hits set. It doesn't vary much from tour to tour.
That's just how I like it.
Yeah. But then there's people like me
Huh?
that really like this band and really like that one song that they wrote on that album from 18 years ago.
Come
that
original.
Nobody is, wanting to hear at a regular show.
You mean
but
like
these
a
are the ones
deeper
where
cut than Come Original?
yeah, like Sever
What?
or Livin' and Rockin'.
I thought I celebrated the whole
Eons.
catalog. I have so much to learn.
Yeah.
But you have to pay homage to your hits. Otherwise, no one knows who you are.
Well, those are sprinkled in
Yeah.
as well, but instead
smattering?
instead of doing an hour and a half set like they would in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
they do an hour and a half set, take a 20-minute intermission, come back and do another hour and a half, and then repeat process the next night.
God, Peanut must be exhausted.
It's essentially 4 concerts back to back to back with no repeats. So you're going to hear all the greatest hits, but you're going to hear a shit ton of songs that haven't been played in a decade, or there were a couple had never been played at all, including a brand new song that they hadn't even released
The
yet.
new songs I get, but they do this every year.
Yeah.
They're doing 4 concerts in 2 days every year. They have to run out of songs.
There was a song that they played called Simplify that, myself included, there were a lot of people that thought it was a new song when it first started because it wasn't recognizable. But then people figured out this was an outtake from one of the albums, and it's on like this little box set, kind of like if Cheap Trick played one of the songs from Rock and Rule. It's like that kind of thing. Like, we did these songs.
Hey, now I get it.
But
tie-in.
Now I get it.
never been played live before, but we're going to play this one for the first time ever. And, there's those diehards that have their bucket list, and they're trying to hear every song they can. And a lot of people crossed off one that's been there for years.
Do you have that list?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
How full is the list?
I've got about 3 hours of songs that I have not heard live. I
Gotta get on that cruise, buddy.
Yeah.
In the off years in Vegas, they do a cruise.
They do.
Got to get on that cruise.
Yeah.
They already announced the pre-sale.
Soak
It's
up
tough
the
to get on
rays.
it because you got to like
Seafood buffet.
pre-book, and then like once you're in, you're like, it's like a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
You
Oh, no,
know?
I know.
So
They say like 5-6 people die on every cruise, and then they have to like throw their bodies on ice.
then I should be
They
able to get
do.
in this year if they like.
You get the wait list, yeah.
That is the odds with cruises, and boy, did Joe and Susan manage to beat the odds with every stupid ass cruise they took.
Your father and step. Yeah.
Yeah, they were crazy about cruises.
Never been on
That
one.
a
Never.
311. Neither have I.
That-
no
that's that-
desire.
Yeah, no desire.
No
at all.
desire. I.
That's
a
the only one I
I was gonna say
probably
a
be up for.
311 cruise sounds badass.
Yeah,
and
you got stand-up comedy and other bands. It's not just them. Like Less Than Jake was there the last
Oh, cool.
one, and like Arrested Development.
really.
So yeah, like they bring on. There's concert, like a full roster of bands
Dope.
every night out in the middle of the ocean.
See,
and
that sounds
you
rad.
get to go to ports every so often.
That sounds awesome. I would say an Alaskan cruise doesn't sound too bad, just because there's a lot of beautiful country up there. The country I do not wish to live in,
You
but
don't
I would
wanna
like to
trek
see
in
it.
with, like the Iditarod, get some Huskies.
I would consider it because I love what would be considered inhospitable terrain. Like, I like frozen places. I like the woods. I like,
like
the mountains.
tundras.
I like tundras.
Would you want to see the Aurora Borealis from the cruise ship?
I would, yeah, I
That'd be
would
cool,
want to.
wouldn't it?
I would want to see it closer than I've ever seen it before because it's managed to make it into the Midwest, and I've seen it down these parts before. But it's got to look incredible.
I've seen
up
it in
there.
my kitchen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In your kitchen at this time of day. Mm-hmm. Centralized entirely in your kitchen.
What?
Wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
Can I see it?
See what?
Aurora Borealis.
He's too high.
Oh fuck.
He's too fucking high.
Shit.
Dude.
No,
lost
it's I don't have that bit committed to memory.
Oh,
I
well,
kind of know
can
where
I see it?
go- Yeah.
No.
No. You're not a crazy person. And I would consider a Mediterranean a cruise.
Okay.
I would
Well,
consider
they're
that.
on the docket. That's your bucket list. He's got his
I
bucket
wouldn't
list
call it
of
a
3 hours.
bucket
It
list,
is. It is
but-
on. It's official.
It's official. Any other cruise just seems like I'm trapped on a giant resort on the water with a bunch of annoying ass other Midwest.
Hey, guess what? You are. That's what it is.
And that might be my issue on one reason why I might not do it is when I'm in Vegas, I'm there and for a while I'm surrounded by
Other annoying
those people.
But then you get to remove yourself
Yeah,
from it.
like if I'm just walking through a casino and somebody randomly, shouts out or whatever because I'm wearing a 311 jersey, fine.
Yeah.
And occasionally, yes, you may encounter somebody who's talkative and wants to chit chat. I can tolerate that to a point, but I'm not going to meetups.
I was just
and
gonna say,
things like that a lot of people do. Some people get like super creative and they make their own merch and they exchange it and like they truly hang out all weekend. It's kind of like when we went to Ernest Day, but like much bigger. But you
or
got
in a fashion like a damn Comic-Con.
yeah,
Just
it's like this is
311
that one
Con.
weekend that everybody sees each other from
by
all
Mon
over.
311 Con.
Yeah, and then you just get the concerts. I go for the concerts.
Yeah.
That's just
As well
me.
as other stuff such as
Prostitutes.
a badass.
Las Vegas is rife with prostitutes.
Yes.
I may have seen a couple in my wanderings about town. Not confirmed, but I had suspicions.
Well, did you have sex with them in exchange for money?
no.
Okay, well then who knows? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe they weren't.
No
maybe they
exchange
weren't.
of goods and services.
No, I did have a lady offer
much
me
for
a
the American dream.
massage while I was in the sports book, and I was like, "No, madam, I will masturbate myself for free, thank you."
I can let George out all on my own. You also
And
got
I told
to,
Brienne about it, so because I keep it on Front Street.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, I want you to know
Would you say
I
you
was just
hashtag
offered
keep it
a
real?
massage." She's like,
A hot jerk
Wouldn't
sesh.
that be awkward for John? And I'm like, I don't know. She may have tried to get it like a BOGO or something.
Okay.
You gotta do it where it's like you're in a hospital room and they have a curtain between you.
Yeah.
The lady's just kind of like straddling the curtain, and
Partition.
you and John can't see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
While
she
we
gets-
watch the Bulls
And
game.
plus, if she has a good imagination, it's like she can act like she's skiing.
Sure, whatever.
God help it. And if she pops in a York peppermint patty, she's skiing and doing the luge.
I want the sensation of a York peppermint patty, not on my mouth, but on my shaft.
Well, here's what you do to accomplish that. There is a line, I think it's called Native, different hair care products and what have you. And
I'm
they do
writing
have
down.
a great conditioner. But they have a peppermint one. It's like a candy cane. And boy, it's like getting a blowjob with a chick chewing on icebreakers.
Okay, noted. You ever hear of Dr. Bronner's soap?
Yeah.
If you use that on your Johnson bar, oh my God. Feels like every pore is yawning and just opening real wide.
Actually, one time Shauna got me like a really great like a mint soap thing. Oh god,
Did too?
It was
Yeah.
great, especially during the summer because I felt
During the
instantly. Yeah, I felt instantly better because I'm like out on a hot car lot all day. It
I
just-
like the shampoo they use at Sports Clips
That's good too.
when you get the MVP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't had my hair cut
This'll
in quite a
all be cut.
while. So
in the words of
yeah.
Jason. But in addition to seeing 311, you also got to see the Punk Rock Museum with a
I
very
did.
special tour.
Yeah, so this was a total surprise on behalf of Cousin John. He said he was wanting to go check out the Punk Rock Museum, which I was aware of. I hadn't made the trek over there when I was in town last because I honestly figured if we were to go, he would probably be up for it. So he was one step ahead of me and saw Matt Pinfield was giving like VIP tours for honestly just about double the admission price. And what we got was a 2-hour plus guided tour full of stories and anecdotes and just really good information from somebody who grew up in New York in that time and like found punk as a teenager as it was happening.
Did we set this up already on a previous episode for the show?
It's possible.
Because I promise you, no one who is listening to the show knows who Matt Pinfield is.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Ooh,
But
I don't know.
We should. Okay, let's not set it up.
No, I was going
We should though, right?
Yeah,
because
set
it
it
is a
up.
really cool thing.
Well, I'm going to say he's not commonly known to most people. He's no Jesse the
Whatever you
VJ.
said, that's the thing. And but yeah, he's a total he's the guy you want to do this tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former host of MTV's 120 Minutes. I used to
The last,
you know,
in my opinion, last great music block.
Yeah.
On MTV.
Probably so. Yeah.
it introduced
'Cause
me
right
to
around then it
so
just-
much music.
Then there's all these 16-year-old girls getting pregnant, and then us having to watch it.
Frat
you know?
Life, Sorority Life.
But those were shows, Frat Life and Sorority Life.
You don't remember those? Oh,
didn't. No,
they
dude, I
were
turned-
god awful.
I didn't record those on my VHS tapes, but I have many VHS tapes of 120 minutes.
Yeah, and I think isn't it the entirety of it on like archive.org or something?
And I think you can find YouTube playlists if you don't want like the introductions. I don't know why you wouldn't want
Yeah,
to
why the
watch
fuck
that,
wouldn't
but
you?
you can actually just go through and see every music video that was ever aired on there.
Damn.
Which is kind of cool too.
He's not a good-looking guy. He's an ugly dude.
He almost died.
Oh, no shit?
He was so ugly, he almost died.
I don't know that
Can you
that's true.
He got hit by
necessarily.
a car and
No
like
shit.
was in a really bad way, like broke his leg and like he got fucked up.
Damn.
But that
Cracked
happens
his
probably
skull
when
open.
you-
I saw the scar.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I was saying he's super ugly, and I'm saying that because like if you're on MTV, you only have good-looking people.
Yeah.
This is how you know how knowledgeable this man is
Right.
and how good he is on camera
And he's
to
a
present this
DJ.
information.
And it has a radio show
Currently.
I think currently
Okay.
out in LA. I'm pretty sure he worked for several other prominent stations over the years, but he talked about some of his time as an A&R guy for Columbia Records.
Yeah.
How he's the one who got Coheed and Cambria signed to a major.
Oh, no shit.
Which I did not know that, and I did know he had a connection to the Killers, and he told some stories about that. But
that's
then
so rad, dude.
beyond that, it was just like all the punk stuff, and like there's people that are represented in that museum that he considered friends that have passed. So he had like
Damn.
very personal
Elvis
stories.
Presley.
Yeah,
Sammy Davis Jr.
you know.
Andy Williams.
Did you get to meet him?
Unfortunately, there was a lot of people that just kind of.
Swarmed him.
Yeah, and John and I were on a tighter schedule
Yeah.
with, having
So yes.
a concert. I wanted to kind of hang around.
So I threw some bows.
Yeah. I sent him a tweet because he talked about doing the tours, and I was just like, hey, great tour today, full of great stories, and appreciate,
Sent you a dick pic.
he sent it to me?
Here's the thing about Matt Pinfield's dick. Looks exactly like his head.
Exactly.
Inappropriate.
Just shiny.
2 eyes, a nose. It's all there.
Smooth like a baby's butt.
Bright and shiny.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get to meet him, but
Yeah, that's a bummer.
how many,
That's all
how many
right.
people do you think were in the tour altogether?
40, and like some of them were very chatty in the tour, that it was like sometimes it worked out to where some cool stuff came out. There was a guy that was on the tour that,
Chatty like Tim Robertson on that Ghost tour.
oh no, not quite like that. It was an adult tour, but the most we saw was boobs on some
Nice.
things. So
Matt
yeah.
Pinfield again.
Yeah. Just, he drew it.
Here's the thing about his
on the top
boobs.
of his head.
Jesus Christ. No, that's awesome though.
Yeah.
And one, if you're touring that, of like anybody who's connected to being a VJ or being on MTV or whatever, he's the guy you want doing that. And I think the reason why you had mentioned like, he was untraditional to have on MTV. Well, I think part of it is he was so knowledgeable, like you said, but he was you could tell when he had different guests on his show, like artists actually like sitting and talking with him about what they were.
He was the Nardwall of his day.
Yeah.
Extraordinarily informed, inquisitive, and he was. It really was probably one of the last great MTV shows, at least for viewing blocks of videos.
You look at presenters, especially during that period, and there weren't many because they were going towards all sorts of different reality shows at the time, like Frat Life. but like everybody was like, a pretty boy or some it girl kind of thing. Like
John Sensio.
John Sensei. I don't even remember.
Bill
who that is.
Bellamy.
Month.
I associate him more with the 90s, like early 90s.
Bill Bellamy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he continue with MTV?
I think he was like mid 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit a point where like I hated watching MTV because I could never find music unless I couldn't sleep and I watched 120 minutes. And I was not about to suffer Carson Daly for TRL.
So you're talking like later to latest 90s. I was more into MTV like 93 to 96, like 3-4 years there.
I started in the 80s.
And I only had, like, especially in the 90s, I had it in the 80s, but in the 90s, I only had short windows periodically where it wasn't blocked at my house. So I didn't get to have it a whole. I got to watch it at your house or another
When
friend's
Susan
house.
took a bath.
When Susan took a bath, I would just
Take a TV, plug it in, push it in the bathtub.
push in the bath.
Pretty funny joke.
And then the show wouldn't exist.
Nope. Everything would have been A-okay.
Cured.
That's the alternate timeline.
It is funny that you mentioned that. Well, no, never mind. Cut that out because that's going to be a horrible segue.
Okay. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, we are gathered for a brand new month. It is April, and as we all know, April showers makes Dustin dour.
What now?
What's the
that's
word
not right.
dour mean? Is that sad?
I think so. Kind of. I get dour.
Do you know me to be sad?
No,
I don't know you to be
Come
sad.
on. Me?
Jason worried about me being dour because I was quitting smoking. No, we are starting a new month. We are having a celebration of one Larry Kenny, his works, and his legacy, primarily his relationship with Rankin Bass.
He just got a new gig, too, that he's very, very happy about.
He did. He will. Well, we've kind of talked about this some leading up
He's
to
already
it.
announced it.
But this month, we will be reviewing Thundercats, Silverhawks, Tiger Sharks, all joints he did with Rankin Bass, the legacy property, Thundercats 2011.
Great.
And this culminates in our interview, An Evening with Larry Kenny, where he talks about the new Pokemon series.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He broke the news with us, but it didn't come out until he broke the news officially.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Social media.
It was quite the scoop.
We
Yeah.
did get a scoop there for sure.
That's why they call me Scoops DeVille.
Now, Rankin Bass is Lance Bass's father, correct?
That is not correct. No. No relation at all.
I went to Wikipedia.
Rankin Bass was a Nintendo game that my friend Matt Reinhardt had.
You talk about Rankin Pro Bass?
Yeah.
Rankin
catch-
Bass Pro.
You
Yeah.
catch a fish, and then you like, boop, doop, doop, and you hold it up, and they weigh it, and then like it puts you in order. I'm bailing on my bit.
They have
like, I'm out.
loses his mind.
Fuck it.
I was 19 years old. I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And I was with two people, this lady I was dating and my friend Matt Phillips.
Yeah.
And Matt goes in there and he sees a Bass Pro game.
Oh, God.
And it's the kind of, it has the rod with
Yeah,
the reel.
yeah.
So he was doing it so fast and so hard that he developed a blister. It popped and he bled all over the machine. He didn't even notice it was happening.
That tracks. Matt seems
He
like
is
a
an
person
Iron
that
Man.
He's an Iron Man who can become single-minded to a task.
Yeah.
Like,
I went over there. I was like,
you
what the
have to
hell's going
admire
on over here? He's
I
like,
gotta get the tokens, Jay.
I gotta get these.
he was all Jay. Yeah. No, but the machine was real bloodied up. Those poor ninth graders fucking cleaning it up over it.
Sitting there screaming, stop, there's blood everywhere. Sir.
Please, sir,
Please, sir.
I don't even know you.
pick something off the top shelf. Just leave.
Please, sir. I have to get gloves and disinfectant.
He's gushing blood like Emo Phillips in UHF.
Mr. Hollister, a gentleman's bleeding on the Bass Pro game again.
That's a Simpsons character voice is what it sounds like.
Is it? Well,
It's pretty good.
oh, thank you.
I like
thank
it.
you. But yes, it is. It is going to be a month to remember for sure. So let's get into it. Thundercats was a syndicated series from Rankin Bass that lasted 4 seasons consisting of 130 episodes. The show premiered on September 9th, 1985, coming to an end on September 29th, 1989. Your number one song at the time
Boys to Men.
Wrong.
Beginning of the Road.
No. John Parr, St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh, baby.
Rip.
And he did?
I thought so.
I don't know if he's dead.
I know we just lost Eric Carmen, but I thought John
no.
Parr. Maybe I'm getting them confused.
You sang that song on Karaoke Big E, I think.
Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
Another old podcast. Yeah.
Man in Motion.
Man in Motion. Your number one movie, continuing its domination of the box office from the summer of '85, Back to the Future.
That's a good one.
That sucker beat the shit out of the box office.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I say? Release the Stoltz cut.
Yeah.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying,
Do
guys?
it.
Release
I
the
want
Stoltz
that.
cut.
I want that fringe alternate universe experience.
At this point, why not? You know, they would, if they just put it like a Blu-ray,
yeah.
there's enough diehards that would totally want to see
And you know what?
that.
You just fill it in with AI.
Yeah.
You just get Chat BBT to do it.
Yeah.
So it's simple, you dummy.
John Parr's alive.
Oh, that's good.
And well.
Good.
Good.
All I need is a set of wheels.
What, your car in the shop?
Nope.
Okay. Boy, that was easy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun night.
He's very, very high.
Seeing on my vacation.
Hey, Jason. I'm having a good time. And you know what I'm looking forward to?
Doing two more after this.
Shorty shorts. That's why I thought it was weird we went with the heavy banter on this one.
I was hoping we were going to chop it up throughout the episodes. I think we blew our wad in the first one, guys. You can skip the next 2 weeks. Derek's going to ask you to cut that line.
Nah, I'm going to say leave that in.
Leave it in.
The body wash and shampoo talk, we can cut that out.
Body massage.
Body massage. Well, let's get into the premise. Being 4 seasons long, we obviously are not going to dissect the entire show, but we are going to speak to the general conceit as well as notable stories. Thundercats opens with the destruction of the titular Thundercats home, the planet of Thundera. In this opening,
I watched the first episode,
Yes.
FYI. Who's the guy, the old guy in charge? Jaga.
Yeah.
There's a little boy, a little tiny lion-o.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, come over here, look at this. And he shows them the planet explode.
He sure does.
If you can avoid showing a child the destruction of an entire planet and all of the races included, you don't show the boy that thing.
Hey,
Well,
did
people-
you see Heavy Metal?
Jesus. I did. It was terrifying. But this is 4 kids. Why did he do
They
that?
evacuated the planet
But why did they show... Hey, come over, take a look at this
because
thing.
he's the Lord of the Thundercats, and he has to understand Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Was he the Lord of the Thundercats?
He is the Lord of the
I thought it
Thundercats.
just became that when he grew up, but he like from a...
No, he
He's
was
like a
he was the
13-year-old.
He's a
and,
descendant
he
of-
was the heir apparent.
Okay.
Everybody on that ship are nobility.
All nude.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the series.
hot.
I had to do a couple of pauses, if you know what I mean.
Okay, then.
Pause. Right on the titties like Eve.
Oh, good lord.
That's all I can see when I close my eyes.
No, this opening scene, we see the elder noble Jaga leading young Prince Lion-O and fellow noblemen Panthro, Chitara, Tigra, twins Wily Cat, and Wily Kit, as well as Lion-O's nanny, Snarf, to a ship in order to escape certain death. Once in space, they are attacked by their enemies, the mutants of Plundar, who have already destroyed the majority of Thundera's other ships and battle cruisers. The mutants attempt to overtake the flagship as the Thundercats have the Sword of Omens on board, which holds the mystical Eye of Thundera. It is coveted by the mutants for its legendary power. The Thundercats manage to evade their enemies thanks to the Eye of Thundera driving the mutant forces back, but not before sustaining damage to the ship. Unable to reach their intended planet for refuge, they have to settle for Third Earth, which will make for a much longer journey.
What happened to Second Earth?
Ooh, that is a good question.
What the fuck do they have on that planet?
Maybe it's,
You're doing the research, man. I
mean,
mean,
we're kind of relying on you to have this
They
information.
don't talk about Second Earth.
Toy Galaxy didn't mention
They don't
it
talk
either,
about-
so I have questions.
Well,
It's
if
not in
the-
any of the comic books?
Well, hey, if
Is it canon?
If the Godfather, Dan Larson, doesn't talk about it, then I think that's all that needs to be said.
Get Lance Bass on the phone.
Well, you got his number. Call him. This will all be cut.
I like that thing and fish he made
What's that?
on the wall.
What the fuck are you talking
I don't know.
about?
This will all be cut.
Lance Bass did that?
Oh,
I don't know. I know I went to space.
Big Mouth Billy Lance Bass.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah,
I gotta start getting high.
yeah, you probably should. Might be good for you.
Go ask your neighbors.
Yeah.
Let's stand outside their window.
Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Please, sir.
Couple of sweet nugs.
Can I have a joint?
Please, sir, can I have a joint? I gotta find where I was at. No, they settle for Third Earth. We don't know about First or Second Earth. And that is going to make for a longer journey, requiring the Thundercats to go into cryosleep. One must remain to make sure the ship keeps its trajectory to Third Earth. Being the oldest, Jaga insists on piloting the ship, and over the arduous journey finally succumbs to old age just as the ship has reached Third Earth. When the Thundercats awaken from suspended animation, Lion-O discovers that his capsule merely slowed rather than stopped his aging. Now essentially a child in the body of an adult, Lion-O is immediately thrust into the position of leadership as Lord of the Thundercats. Together, the Thundercats and the friendly natives of Third Earth build not only relationships, but also the Cat's Lair, their new home and headquarters. It isn't long, however, until the mutants track them down to Third Earth. The arrival of these two alien races does not go unnoticed as the demonic, mummified sorcerer Mumra awakens and forcibly recruits the mutants to aid him in acquiring the Eye of Thundera and destroying the Thundercats so his evil may continue to hold sway over Third Earth. And with that, the table is set for the premise of the series.
I like that Mumra wasn't in the first episode. I like that.
Yeah.
Was he always mummified, or did he become mummified?
He wasn't born a mummy.
But was he born Mumra? That's pretty fucking on the nose.
He became...
So do you have a name before that?
The artist formerly known as...
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions, man.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was saying.
I don't know the series that well. All I know is that I hate Snarf.
Yeah, most do. Here's the deal.
You said Snarf was a nanny, too.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of a nanny to Lion-O.
In that first
wouldn't
episode,
he be a
did.
nanny?
Manny.
Does Snarf have a gender?
I saw his dick. It was peeking through the fur.
Yeah.
Larry Kinney did the voice for the dick.
That's hilarious.
Took three to get.
Do you have stake in this show? You're taking it very personal.
Are you having fun?
I'm joking about a cartoon dick. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's
it
fun.
is. It is.
You seem like you're really hating it.
No. Why would you say that?
It was all for humor.
Why would you say that?
He's
I don't know.
no-selling.
I don't know, man. He's no selling it. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I was joking about the dick. I think Larry Kinney has way too much prestige to voice a genital. I don't think he would do that.
If you paid attention to the show, I'm more irritated that you said Snarf had a furry underbelly because he doesn't.
He had a little patch of fur.
No.
It's a shell.
No. Skin.
So you know more about his
Undercarriage.
his naughty
His
bits
tummy.
than I do. All right, sorry. I do that. It does stand that I do. Snarf is very annoying. He's got a weird looking
Yes.
face too.
Yeah. Well, he's like a race of Snarfs. Mm-hmm. There's you find that out through this.
Snarf.
I want him to look more feline or something. He's got elements of
like
a human
cat lizard.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing
because you made your super witty joke about his dick, but underneath he's like it almost looks lizard like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the line, like I don't know. It's almost like a lizard like tail too. It's not. I don't know.
It's not at all phallic.
Not at all. Can you believe this guy? So no, I don't know. They're their own race associated with the Thundercats, but they look like a weird cat lizard hybrid.
I like him.
That are largely annoying. Largely,
Is it just the voice I don't like?
probably.
He's the Orko of this show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know?
they'll all have to have a little thing.
the T-Bob, if you will.
Which one's that?
That was the little weird motorcycle robot guy in Mask, our very first episode.
Okay. Ugh. You got to have it in there. Apparently, he's the Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, you have to have a. I don't know what do you
funny
call it?
voiced, annoying character.
Yeah.
Joseph Campbell didn't write about
scrappy
that,
dude.
did he?
Yeah, I don't remember
There's no
anything.
chapter on
I took
Orko.
several classes where Joseph Campbell was talked about. We never once talked about a scrappy dude type.
No.
A cousin. Ooh, excuse me. A cousin Oliver, if you will.
I bet we can track that back. Like, who was the patient zero of that character, and who was responsible for
Chachi?
it? From Happy Days?
Yeah. At least in the 20th century forward.
It could be
Would you say
Chachi.
Chachi or cousin Oliver? His cousin Oliver was bad.
Yeah. I like when Chachi, like, It was towards the end of the
Chachi
show.
at least got his own show.
And they kind of ran out of things to do, and they were like, we're going to have Chachi open his own store. Chachi's Tchotchkes.
Is that a real thing?
No.
How much did you smoke?
Derek is cross with both of us, by the way.
I'm not cross with you. I'm not cross with you.
Me neither.
No. It's just it's always in a way I'm impressed because it's always exciting to discover the new ways you're going to push my fucking buttons. And I got to tell you, your creativity is.
How's that pushing your buttons?
Huh?
Buttons abound.
How's that pushing
Fine
your,
buttons abound, bro.
How's that pushing your buttons about joking about a Snarf's penis?
No, it's not.
Because
I told
it's in
you.
his notes. He didn't want to talk about for another 3 pages.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Continuity.
He said it pushes. How is that pushing your buttons?
He gets it. He said the notes.
Okay, well, we'll see if that comes up in the notes.
Well, now it's not going to because you done spoiled it.
Shit. Why am I even here?
God damn it. Why are any of us here? What the fuck are we doing? Okay, so there are some notable storylines and pacing. But what episodes did you guys watch first? I'm going to assume season 1, episode 11, and the pilot for each of you.
Well, I already said I watched the pilot, and that's the only one I watched.
That's
and then,
it.
And then I watched the Secret Galaxy video.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like an hour's worth of homework.
Okay. So but did you watch it at all as a kid?
No, I remember it being
really.
around. You know, the image that really stuck with me, I think, over time is Mumra.
Yeah.
Like when you're little,
He was an iconic villain.
it's pretty terrifying. Like just even in the opening credits, where like his wrap is like coming unfurled, and he's like,
just even when he's still in the little
Yeah.
decrepit
It's-
face, like
it's pretty
the camera
scary.
pulls in on him,
Credits
and
are
he's like,
badass.
"Ugh," and he just opens up, and man.
yeah, I think that's what
That's
more than
intense.
anything else has stuck with me is Mumra, and
that
not even
opening.
really remembering his name, honestly, just those images. But I think I was too young to really watch.
Really?
It was might have been like professional wrestling with me when I was that age. I just didn't know where to find it.
You know what? I want to ask you something in all seriousness, because a lot of the times when we're talking about these properties, I'm always shocked to find out. You know, there's some that you're like, no, I never saw it, and it doesn't surprise me. You know, like Gravedale High, Denver,
Gem.
but there's some slightly more iconic or notable things, and you're like, no, wasn't really on my radar. And I'm not saying it facetiously, but like Thundercats, really nothing. It was on for 4 years.
I think
Didn't
I was
really check it out.
I
Wasn't
think-
into it.
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't like professional wrestling. Like I knew people. I hung out with guys that were older than me. Like 'cause that's all who was available in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, professional wrestling is cool. I don't know when it's on. I don't know how to find it.
Okay.
So like,
What did you enjoy?
I
as a
wasn't
kid?
actively looking for Thundercats, and I didn't know. I don't think I knew where to find it.
Okay.
And I didn't care. I don't think, but I might have gotten more into it if it was on TV. I feel like in the morning before school, you just had the TV on one channel. And if it had cartoons, that was the channel that was always on because you knew it had cartoons. And then after school, I would watch Fox. And
See,
it
I
had-
recall it being an after-school show.
It was okay. Yeah,
That's my recollection. Like, there are a few specific shows I remember running home from school to watch. And one was reruns of Batman 66.
Hell yeah.
I also used to watch WCCW Wrestling on ESPN with the Von Erichs and that whole family. And then one of the other ones was I remember watching Thundercats after school. So it may have alternated over the years, but as somebody who wore Thundercat shoes in kindergarten,
Kindergarten.
yeah, it was definitely on my radar. So
I think I was aware of it. I didn't know where to watch it or didn't seek it out.
It just makes me curious. Like, what were you consuming at that age?
Great question.
Grey Goose.
Probably a lot of Grey Goose.
Yeah.
I have. My father had a problem, and he gave it to me. And,
Had you feeling loose?
And I will give it to my daughter eventually. Yeah. So
You know what? I really respect that dedication to family legacy. That's powerful, Jason. There's power in that.
I watched. I
Hey.
did watch He-Man.
Here's hoping your daughter becomes a hell of a drunk. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks,
buddy.
man.
Don't put that on him.
He just said
He's pushing my buttons.
Oh shit!
Are you getting steamed? Are you getting totally?
I'm getting real steamed over here.
You must be completely talked off.
I watched He-Man though. I remember watching that. My memory's not awesome though. But I remember watching like Power Rangers a little bit later on.
Yeah.
And Batman and Spider-Man, the Fox cartoons.
Sure.
But when I was real young, I don't know, Get Along Gang.
special in his own way. Montgomery's the leader and he's such a good sport. But get along, gang, get along, gang. There's Boomer and Dottie with the spirit. Bingo the prankster doesn't ruin it. Logical Portia will figure it out. And that's the step of the lead machine. Get out with the get along gang. Come on, their adventures don't end. Get out with the get along gang. Get out with the get along gang. That clubhouse comes on its way. Get out with the get along gang.
Probably watched
I
that.
had Montgomery Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you any of the names, but I think I watched that when I was
Good,
young.
I could.
Montgomery Moose.
Montgomery Goose, of course.
You idiot.
Huh?
You rat bastard. So you probably watched episode 11.
I didn't rewatch an episode because I own the DVDs. I know. I watched like
Subverting expectations.
a couple videos just to like
Brush up.
be a refresher, but it was like I've spent enough hours consuming this content. I don't know it backwards and forwards,
Yeah.
but you know, every character you're gonna mention, I'm gonna know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
Very fair. Very fair. Well, I do want to get into some of the notable storylines and some of the pacing of how the show was done, because I do think it makes it makes it very unique amongst other 80s properties, and it makes it unique against some of these other offerings of Rankin Bass that we're going to talk about. So season 1 mostly saw a soft continuity of adventures that would introduce us to different races and notable characters of Third Earth. Further into season 1, we would see one-shot adventures, but also the first overarching storyline, Lion-O's Anointment. This 5-parter would see an unarmed Lion-O face off against his fellow Thundercats, culminating in him facing off against Mumra, all to officially claim the title of Lord of the Thundercats. Season 2 would see a new formula for the seasons moving forward. This time, we would be treated to 2 miniseries, the first being Thundercats Ho, which saw the team learning of another faction of Thunderians surviving and making it to Third Earth thanks to 2 roe bears, one of the species we meet in the series in season 1.
Always hated them.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the roe bears. In this 5-parter, Lynxo, Pumaira, and Bengali are 3 commoners who are rescued by Lion-O and brought into the fold and made Thundercats. The second 5-part mini is titled Mumra Lives and reveals the evil mummy survived his and Lion-O's last encounter, and he's back for revenge. Additional concepts introduced in these minis that influenced the continuing narrative was the construction of the Tower of Omens, as well as the introduction of a third faction and group of enemies, the Lunatics from the moons of Plundar. Season 3 sees a sharp turn in the structure of the show as we see a new concept for the series, a season with an actual and fully realized story arc. The crux of this season hinges on Mumra recreating Thundera in an effort to find the Sword of Plundar, the weapon originally responsible for the planet's destruction. Additionally, there is also the desire to find all of the pieces of the treasure of Thundera, as well as the Book of Omens, which held all the secrets of the Thundercats. Continuity between episodes became tighter as the Thundercats, Mutants, Lunatics, and Mumra alternated their adventures between Third Earth and New Thundera, searching for the treasure and exploiting its powers. The season also featured the running theme of the ancient spirits of evil having to take a more active hand in pushing Mumra into action, culminating in another unique feature of the season, an actual final episode, The Last Day, in which the ancient spirits of evil give Mumra one last chance to destroy the Thundercats by sunset. Besides demonstrating their threat by making Mamut, that was...
Nice
think about-
Mammoth.
Oh, nice Mamut, man. That was like an evil snarf, if you
Yeah.
will. It was like this demonic bulldog that was introduced in, I think, season 2 as... you had to have something toyetic, a little buddy for Mumra, of course.
Yeah.
They made Mamut disappear.
I made my
Mama
disappear.
and the ancient spirits of evil stated that Mumra's failure will also have the mutants and lunatics removed from Third Earth as well. Ultimately, Mumra failed, and the ancient spirits of evil exiled him to the farthest corner of the universe. Season 4, the final season, once again, we open with a miniseries, Return to Thundera. The Thundercats return to New Thundera to rebuild their society, but before departing, they destroy Mumra's pyramid. This enraged the ancient spirits of evil to the point that they brought Mumra back and installed him within a new pyramid, this time located on New Thundera. At this point, the Thundercats are almost entirely removed from Third Earth. Having banished the forces of evil from the planet, the Thundercats leave it in the hands of the native residents, who have now vowed to work together to maintain peace and harmony on Third Earth. This change truly separated this season from all that had occurred before, as the narrative took place almost entirely on New Thundera. The majority of villainous opposition came by way of Mumra or several new villains. The mutants, lunatics, and Captain Cracker all returned for one episode each, but in time they were shuffled away. By the series finale, several conclusions are reached. 1. Mumra stands up to and successfully asserts himself over the ancient spirits of evil. The mystery of the Book of Omens is at last solved. The insane, inhospitable environment and terrain of New Thundera is at last rendered peaceful and pristine. We also see additional refugees return to the planet in an effort to rebuild society. So that is how 4 seasons of Thundercats went.
What season was it when Mumra gave Wily Cat and Wily Kit spin?
Oh, that was season 3, a very special Thundercats
Okay.
Gave them what?
spin.
Shoved it right up their ass.
Right up the ass in a wet paper towel.
I didn't see that one.
They were going nuts with their guitars.
Boy, I have to go back and watch it.
You really should.
To go back and revisit that one.
Why didn't you watch this as a kid?
Like I said, I didn't need to rewatch anything. I've watched
Dustin,
it enough times.
Lockbox right up there.
He's retained it. Yeah.
Don't do spin, kids.
Don't do it.
I may have also been off-put by they're all naked all the time.
No.
Just
that first episode.
stark raving naked.
No, they're not.
Were you looking for nipple?
I saw everything.
Chitara gave young Dustin some feelings.
No kidding. What a
Chitara
babe.
gave a lot of youngins a lot of feelings.
It's like, I've never been a fan of cats, but something.
Meow.
Meow.
Slam dunk.
Gotta go, girl talk.
Jaga, that's his name, the old
Yes.
guy?
Yeah.
In that first episode, he's got like this like sparkly, translucent red silk or something, and he just throws it to the rest of the Thundercats, just kind of like, here it is, and then that kind of magically puts clothes on them. But Jaga was wearing clothes the whole time. Why weren't they all wearing clothes already? Why do they have to be naked?
It's a good question.
It seems. I think the artists were just having a little bit of
A
fun.
little bit of fun.
That's what I think.
Just having a good time.
Everyone,
For God's sakes, would you cover yourself?
Nice. You know, I described all that because how the 4 seasons was structured is something that sets it apart from a lot. It sets it apart from Mask, from, well, Transformers did it, but there were really, in my opinion, only 3 properties that stand out to me that had a large-scale, overarching storytelling devices: G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Thundercats. Mm-hmm. And I think they did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job of keeping kids engaged and cycling in new characters. It can be argued that Transformers and G.I. Joe had some missteps with that. The worst being Transformers, because with the movie they killed Optimus Prime. That really hurt the brand because a lot of kids were turning in for Optimus Prime, and now he's dead. That's why they brought him back. That's why changes were made to G.I. Joe, the movie. Originally, I think Duke was supposed to die, like a snake was thrown at his heart or something.
A snake was thrown at his heart.
I saw Macho Man. He got bit by a snake once.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
that was real.
That fucking wouldn't let go.
That was a real snake biting a man in front of hundreds of people.
Macho Man made Jake have the snake bite himself because he was paranoid that he hadn't divinized it. And he was like, not letting you let that thing on me. Yeah, let it get a taste of the snake.
It's like putting poison in both of the drinks. Is what it is.
So Jake did, and then that
Never get into a land war in Asia. And never try to outsmart a Sicilian.
That's good enough for me. Let him go ahead and go nuts on my bicep. Yeah.
Look at him, little Mr. Chewy Bite'ems.
it was terrifying. Children in the audience were crying.
Oh, God.
Because
there's video.
Because there is a snake latched onto a man.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up already.
That was Saturday morning viewing.
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Jason didn't know where to find it.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
love to
he
have
didn't
found
know
it.
where to find
I
it.
would
That's what I
love
was
to have
watching.
found that.
This guy over here, he didn't know his ass from his elbow back then.
I'm stuck watching
Some
fucking
might argue he
Regis
still
and
doesn't-
Kathy Lee.
How's Frank doing?
Not good. It's fucking rotten with the Jaga in the ground.
Shit, no, Jaga became a Force Ghost.
Force Ghost Jaga.
come on, man.
That's my new fantasy baseball
Come
team.
on, Force. There you
Frank
go.
Gifford Force
Jaga? Is it what?
Force.
Frank Force.
Ghost.
You guys want to join the Frank Force with me?
Frank Force 5. But those two missteps with G.I. Joe and Transformers, it would lead to. There's no definitive proof of this, but Thundercats Ho, the first miniseries of season 2, it's been argued that was supposed to actually be a movie designed for theatrical release.
That's
but
what my research led me to believe.
you had so many cartoons to movies bombing. Transformers did bad. The whole Optimus Prime dying did not go over well. G.I. Joe, you had similar changes.
People were getting snakes thrown at their hearts.
At their hearts. The My Little Pony movie bombed as well.
I
right
saw
around
it in the
same time.
theater.
Did not do well.
Tony Randall, special celebrity
Oh,
voice.
yeah. Tony
boy.
Randall is in that.
What a draw for young Dustin.
Here's something I actually do remember.
That got his ass in the seat.
I went. Care Bears had a film release.
Yes, they did.
Saw that one too?
And I saw that's the one I remember seeing in
with
the
the
theater.
magician?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember two.
Is it with the magic book?
Drew had
in the summer camp.
Was it summer camp or like a closed down carnival?
I haven't
Or
seen
maybe
it
it's
in
both.
so
Maybe it's
long.
a couple different
got
ones.
the Care Bear cousins.
Yeah.
That one messed me up too.
Yeah, Drew.
And they're all
grew up
trapped in the.
watching that.
They're all trapped in the gems.
I think so. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's that guy, that kid.
Darkheart was the bad
Yes,
guy.
future episode. Care
Oh,
Bears
you're goddamn
movie.
right. That is absolutely yeah.
I probably still have the DVD at home.
and the kid
Oh, do you?
Darkheart
Probably.
could keep changing into like different red animals and.
I don't like it. I don't want to talk about
man.
it. I don't like that.
Are you going to sit that one out? Ugh, shivers.
it's the Care Bear countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
But yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Perfect,
Sorry.
perfect,
My bad.
We were waiting.
We're
Yeah.
sitting here,
Sorry, guys.
waiting.
Having some beer.
Everybody
Jesus.
knows Care Bears end on 0.
Yeah, everybody.
It's their mantra. We end on 0.
Fucking idiot.
They like it's like their pelvic thrusts, but they're just like, and then like can ejaculate right out of their guts.
You take it down a notch
Getting
with the Care Bears.
Get them cross.
Good Lord, get me steamed.
I went to,
But no, sorry. I was just going to say that's something I thought was really great about how they did the show. You had this changing narratives, ongoing storylines. You know, nothing getting too dark or too mature, but advancing enough to be like, okay, we can go from standalone stories in season 1 to okay, we can have a bit of a story
Yeah,
arc
do it.
and have kids follow it, essentially growing with your audience, but still being able to pull in new kids that are younger. So I thought that was a great execution on their end. I'm sorry, what were you going to say about it?
I was going to say something about Care Bears, but we moved on from that.
Oh, fair enough.
Who is the is his name Panthera or Panthero or something?
Panthro.
Pantera was a band, Panthro.
He's badass.
I used
Oh,
to
he's
have
badass.
a T-shirt of
That's the guy.
of him,
Oh, yeah,
and
he did.
his arms crossed. It said "Panthro don't care," and that was one of 4 Thundercat themed
Yeah.
shirts I've owned in
He's-
my adult life.
He's clearly meant to be like a black guy.
Yeah.
He's like the Keith David of the group.
It's
He's
Bill
just
I was gonna say
Cosby's
Ving Rhames.
brother-in-law.
Okay.
Because back
He's
in
what?
the
or not father-in-law.
father-in-law, yeah,
Father-in-law on
the
the
guy who
Cosby
voiced
Show.
him. We'll get into the voice
okay.
cast, but yeah, he went on to be on
man,
the Cosbys.
that guy was badass. How about when he catches that guy's mace in the first episode and then
Yeah.
he mocks him?
Yeah.
And he smashes the mace with his fist.
yeah, Panthro was a
I love
badass,
Panthro.
and he had nunchucks.
That's why I was mad.
Yeah.
I never got a Panthro figure. I had Tigra and Lion-O, but no Panthro.
No Chitara?
Well,
You mean
I made a customized one.
Tigra?
You've
Not
worn all the...
Tigra. La Tigra was the
Tigra
look
is
that.
the band.
Well, it's also the look that Derek Zoolander does.
Oh, see,
But you're not ready.
Guy.
You're not ready for Magnum yet.
No, I'm clearly not.
You're not. You're just not ready for it. You're more of a blue steel guy.
Maybe show 2. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. Oh God, that's good.
Tigra is the guy's name?
Tigra.
Tigra?
Tigra.
He,
It's a regional pronunciation.
he's
It's like
he's
San
lying, though.
Joe's.
It's just, they look indistinguishable.
What?
He's stripey.
They look too similar. Him and Lion-O look too similar to me. They need to spice up the looks a little bit different.
Okay.
The twins they're tiny. They're
Tiny.
They're
and
twins. They work in tandem.
Would you say they're wily?
Sure, I would say that. I'll let you say it. And then everyone else has their own look, but him and Lion-O, to me, they look too similar.
Really? Okay.
Just have a different
Chitara's
look.
look is boobs.
Her look is boobs.
She's the only one with boobs.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No.
Panthero's got some milk muscles on him. I'll tell you
does.
what.
Big old man pecs.
That dude's ripped.
No, back in
He's got them ripped tits.
back in the day, I always thought if they did a movie, that Ving Rhames would have been the perfect Panthro. Like, just had
A live action movie.
Yeah, he just this would have had to like been in the 90s. So like
He's dead.
and maybe they did that in a Wizard casting call.
That could be. It was probably him or Michael Clark Duncan.
But yeah, Ving Rhames or at the time Michael Clark Duncan would have been great in that role.
Who's your pick for Wily Kit?
Wily Kit.
Mine's Timothy Chalamet.
If it was made today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because he's like a tiny
little kitty boy.
He's a twink.
He's a little noodle boy.
A twink.
He's hairless. It's easier to put prosthetics on when you're a tiny hairless Frenchman.
Anyways,
I'm cross.
your production, cast, and crew notes. The show and how this show came about and how it was created. The man behind it, I think, it's very fascinating. His life story. It was created by Ted, aka Tobin Wolf. I don't know where the nickname Tobin comes from.
What was the first name?
His name is Ted Wolf, but Tobin was in
Theodore
quotations.
Tobin.
Christopin.
Like, is it like in "I Love You, Man"? Hey there, Jobin.
Yeah.
Is it like that? I
Could
don't
be.
know. Who knows?
The only
Maybe that's
Tobin
what
I
happened.
know is from Guided by Voices, and I don't know how he got that name.
There's also Tobin's Pizza in Bloomington, Illinois.
Is it delicious?
It's always busy.
Fantastic. He had a hard but amazing life of perseverance. He was orphaned, raised by his grandparents until 10 when they placed him into the foster system. He fought in World War II, lost a leg at the Battle of the Bulge,
Whoa.
came home, studied mechanical engineering, went to work for Westinghouse, patented several inventions, and went on to work on developing toys and board games, and he developed a version of the portable record player.
What a Renaissance man.
Renaissance, Dustin. But yes, very good.
Portable record player.
In 1981, Wolf sketched a group of superpowered animals which combined superhuman and super animal powers. After pitching the idea to several studios, Telepictures agreed to develop the series in 1984, and it became Thundercats. Wolf died in 1999
What?
in Hawaii. So he had a pretty interesting life.
Aloha, Tobin.
Aloha, baby. The show was originally distributed by Rankin Bass, then Rankin Bass's then parent company, Telepictures Corporation, which would later merge with Lorimar Productions in 1986. In 89, Lorimar Telepictures was purchased by and folded into Warner Brothers, whose television syndicated arm would eventually assume distribution of the show. Warner Brothers had the rights to the series and all Lorimar Telepictures programming from that point on. Leisure Concepts, which helped co-develop the show, acted as a licensing agent for the series. Animation for Season 1 would be handled by Topcraft Studio, with Seasons 2 through 4 being produced by Pacific Animation Corporation. The show would be developed into the series we all knew by Leonard Starr, who would go on to be the head writer, joined by Stephen Perry, not that Stephen Perry,
Steve Perry.
and Peter Lawrence.
Peter Lawrence.
Peter Lawrence. Let's see. Directors were... Hold on.
You don't know?
I have it right here. My throat was dry. Katsuhito Akiyama, Arthur Rankin Jr., and Jules Bass. The theme song of Thundercats was composed by...
Shooky Levy.
Wrong!
I know.
It was not Shooky Levy.
I just wanted you to know that I remembered that name for all the other theme songs.
Yeah, because he literally did every other fucking
I have
song
a
we've talked
Spotify
about.
playlist.
You,
at this
you have a
point.
Shooky
You got a
list.
Shooky list?
You got a Shooky list?
Yeah.
What about a Levy list?
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
No, it's-
Bangers all.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a rare case of Shooky Levy not
this-
being the combo doing
theme
this.
song fucks.
It was by Bernard Hoffer, who would go on to create the theme for Silverhawks as well as several other Rankin Bass productions.
Thundercats!
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats.
And the Emmy-nominated music for the McNeil-Lehrer Report on PBS.
Oh, you all remember that jam?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Now, see, that somehow I could always find that.
See, yeah, he knew where to find that.
I knew what that was. I like that.
That's why he always seemed very learned about world events.
Battle of the Bulge.
Iran-Contra.
I'll be honest.
Oliver
when
North.
I first heard of the Battle of the Bulge, it
Here
was
it comes.
not what I expected.
Here it comes.
About a dick.
That's what I thought. I thought there was going to be some crotch kicking.
You know, I got to tell you, every day at work, with the way my shorts are, I'm fighting my own battle
Yeah.
of the bulge, buddy. Did you ever
gotta-
experience that working for the U.S. Postal Service? Because goddamn, the material they make those shorts out of suck.
No, I worked in when I had to wear the uniform, it was winter, so I had a thick knit wool pant.
Oh, okay.
So
I did
could
not.
I could have been pointing to the stars, and you wouldn't have known the difference.
I use gaffer's tape to keep it down.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to push your buttons. I'm sorry.
Gaffer safe. All right. Your cast. Though there are many characters throughout the series, their voices were provided by a fairly small cast. You, of course, had Mr. Larry Kenny, the pride of Pekin High, as Lion-O, Jackalman, Rataro, and Snarf Egbert. Here we go. Rataro. Not Rataro. You know what? You're making the right choice there, friend. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take a drink of the beer. Just take a drink of the beer. Take a drink of the beer. What's going on with you over there?
Knock it off with that fucking mutant.
Oh, boy. Earl Hyman. He voiced Panthro, Red Eye, and the Ancient Spirits of Evil. He's the one that would go on to be Dr. Huxtable's father-in-law.
Yeah.
Father-in-law, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was Camille's
Alicia
daddy.
Rashad was
Yes.
his daughter.
Okay.
Earl Hammond would voice Jaga, Mumra, Vultureman, Amax, the Snowman of Hook Mountain, and many more. Lynn Lipton would voice Chitara, Wily Kit, Luna, Willa, and Mandora, the Evil Chaser. Peter Newman would voice Tigra, Wily Cat, Bengali, Monkeyan, and Hatchiman. Bob McFadden would voice Snarf, Lynxo, Snarfer. So, Snarfer, You didn't see him.
Thought Snarf was
you thought
cool.
Snarf was
Wait,
like
I did.
Snarf.
Snarfer.
It's basically giving Scrappy Doo his own Scrappy Doo.
Oh, really? Same race?
It's his nephew.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Slythe, Groon the Destroyer, as well as many more. Jerry Ann Raphael was brought on to voice Pumra, Chilla, and Jagara, and Doug Priest was brought on to voice Alluro. It's the only voice he did, and I found he was one of the Lunatics. I don't know if you remember him, but
The Saint Lunatics?
Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee.
He was the Murphy Lee of Thundara.
Yes, he was. Well, a Moon of Plundar.
Thank you.
His voice kind of was like a creepier James Mason.
Alluro.
Yeah, Alluro. He was like a hypnotist. Who are you to resist me?
Is that what it was?
Damn near. Like a very creepy James Mason.
I like it.
Now some observation. Just good Lord. What are your guys' thoughts and critiques of this show before we move forward?
At the time when it was airing, I had nothing but positive feedback.
Well, sure.
I was on board, and compared to some of the other major franchises of that time, Thundercats is one that dug its claws in a little more.
See?
than G.I. Joe or Transformers did.
Yeah.
I had toys of all of them, but
Okay.
Thundercats is the one that I enjoyed more. I do think theme song opening credit scene does not hurt. Like that sucked me in, and then
That is a banging way to start a show.
And this is without
It just gets you excited. As a kid.
even knowing the hometown connection that
You knew it back then.
No, I'm saying like if I had, I wouldn't have given a shit. I was in kindergarten, but I already liked it. So now as an adult, I can appreciate that extra layer to it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Now this will be a little bit different for Jason because it wasn't really heavily on your radar as a kid. But did you ever revisit it as you got older? Because it ended up having like reruns and such on it had its own nostalgic revisit in the 90s and started showing up on
Adult Swim?
Adult Swim.
Cartoon
What was
Network?
it? What was the Toonami?
Was it on
block.
Toonami?
Yeah. So it was on afternoons after school once we were in high school.
Well, we have to let Dustin out of this conversation a little bit because he owns every DVD. But for those who don't, the entire series can be found on Hulu.
Absolutely.
Hulu shows it as 2 seasons of 65.
Yep.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. I didn't revisit
confused
it
me at first, too.
growing up. I didn't have a sense of nostalgia for something I didn't watch when I was little, so I never sought it out. Mm-hmm. But the pilot, I think, was pretty good.
Yeah.
I really liked the animation was good. The story was pretty decent. I did notice the music, kind of the soundtrack underneath some of the conversations was kind of weird and like it didn't make sense almost. It sounded out of place. Yeah. I thought some of the soundtrack it was odd to me. It didn't really. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely the best thing out of the next couple episodes that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why they're all naked.
We're doing a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is that?
Hill, Valley, and
Parabola?
Parabola, yes.
Parabola?
We're gonna start, and we're going to zoom
Tool
downhill,
song.
and then
They both are, yeah.
shoot back up to the tippy top of the hill.
Yeah, I would say I think if I knew this when I was younger, I would probably watch more of it.
Yeah.
It was tons to mine from here with toys too.
And the animation's decent.
I like the animation.
And the voice cast is good. Like, has it aged perfectly? No, it's a cartoon for kids.
It came out in 1985.
I've watched it as an adult and been like, okay, yeah, like this is enjoyable, and I will keep Volume 1 on DVD. I traded in Volume 2. I was like, if I'm gonna rewatch it, I'm just gonna watch something from the first half of the series. I'm never gonna do a whole season series run. I don't see that happening.
It's one of those shows that, for me, like I have certain things that I will, if like I'm sick or I'm tired or whatever, I will go back and revisit Batman '89. Mm-hmm. But like one of my favorite movies to watch when I'm sick is Disney's Sword in the Stone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
That's
know
a good
why.
one.
Disney Sword in the Stone is a favorite to go back and watch.
Is that early 80s?
No.
No.
That's way
Yes, when
earlier?
is that?
Okay.
60s?
That sounds right.
Okay.
So another sick movie for me is Disney's Alice in Wonderland.
That I have burned into my brain.
Like I love that. I love the animation and colors in that, and it just, if I'm feeling shitty and sick, it makes me feel better. But I will, like, if I'm feeling crap-tacular, and thank God, I'm grateful it's on Hulu, because just hit play and let it ride. I will turn on old episodes of Thundercats until, like, I fall asleep or lull to sleep. But I think I've kind of hinted at it earlier. I think what really stands out about the show is how it adapted each season, how it grew with its audience. And like, I got a couple notes here about what really made it stand out, and I think one of the main things was that it came to a natural end on its own. Like, they designed an end for it. That's rare with an 80s cartoon.
Well, to be fair, some of the properties could have that in place. They just don't get to it because they get canceled.
Yeah. I think it's part of what you're saying too, is they had the opportunity for it to come to fruition.
So that's probably more just a credit to how good of a cartoon
they
it
were
is.
afforded the opportunity to actually close it out properly. There was a finality to it. I went through several of them, like a little bit ago, particular plot lines actually being tied up and actually being closed out. Not a lot of shows did that, so like when looking at 80s properties, most people assume, 100% far and away above everybody else, Motu is my favorite. Motu is one of my favorite, but it is a constant neck and neck between this and Thundercats. I would say that as far as product,
yeah, I know exactly.
Motu is the shit. I mean, iconic bed sheets, iconic toys, iconic play sets. Like, their branding, like Mattel knocked it out of the park with that brand as a whole. The cartoon, I remember the cartoon fondly, but going back and revisiting
quality-wise is not ideal.
Yeah. And like, I like watching old episodes with Henry, and I have the complete series on DVD because I got a hell of a deal on it. And it's nice just to have there in case I want to pop it in or if I want to reference something. But Thundercats I can go back and reference because, or go back and watch, because genuinely they had decent storylines that are coherent. The animation was solid.
There's that nudity in the first episode.
There's that nudity
too.
that Jason just has a great big shiny boner about.
I can't get over it.
He can't get over it.
My boner is shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at it glisten. Cling. Like Aurora Borealis. Not far from his kitchen.
If you're an action figure junkie, Motu's where you want to go.
Yeah.
But if you're just in it for the animation and the storytelling, Thundercats is a much better product.
What company made the toys for Thundercats?
LJN. And
they did the WWF figures
the
back
rubbery
then.
ones. Yeah, the LJ. They're often referred to as the LJ. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw one on a dude's desk. I couldn't quite tell who it was, but he hadn't.
It was probably the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh shit, that'd be worth some money.
You better take that off
He's
the
a
list.
rare one.
I don't.
Especially
He
if
was
it's got
towards
a guitar with him. Yeah.
one of the last
I don't
series
think
of
so.
figures they didn't make.
No, we all know that. We all knew that.
Yeah.
Everybody did. What? Come on, you dummy. Come on.
I found a blind spot for him.
Yeah, that's my blind spot.
Wrestling. That is his only
Wrestling.
bright spot.
Yeah. You see an Ultimate Warrior LJN figure? I don't care what condition it's in. Pick that fucker up.
Okay. I shall. Thank you for the hot tip.
Yep.
Because I don't know these things. I don't know what the fuck that shit's worth. But no, I would say while the toys were cool, they had their some of them were really, really, really great, but others, I don't know. When you stack it against something like Motu or G.I. Joe, but the cartoon and what have you was far more.
Did
iconic,
you
and
own
the storytelling was
any other
far-
figures?
I didn't because at the time when it came out, my parents were divorced, and neither one of them exactly had a shit ton of money at that point in time. They were really thinking about like buying toys and shit.
The ones I got were when they did the, I think it was Bandai, did a
Yeah,
It was almost like the older ones.
we'll get into part of that because that ties
Okay.
into what's currently going on with it.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
you're talking about the Thundercats classics and what
Yeah.
have you.
Yep.
Yeah, because I snoozed on those, but I've made up for it since, or I'm starting to. I do. It is admittable that the show always found a way to impart a strong lesson without bashing you over the head with it. At this time, to mitigate all of the direct marketing, you had series tacking on PSAs that had nothing to do with that day's episode, like G.I. Joe or Mask. Usually, it could be, we got to stop Cobra from building the Weather Dominator machine, and then the lesson at the end is, hey, stop, drop, and roll. Or we got to stop Venom this time from stealing this meteor, and don't pet strange dogs.
I was watching the Secret Galaxy video, and they're showing T-shirts, I think, that you could buy or something.
Yeah, 80s tees, yeah.
And one of them said, it had like a pie chart, and across the top it said The Battle. and on the pie chart, 50% was knowing.
Mm-hmm. I do want that.
I didn't see what the other percentages were. It also didn't matter. That was the joke, and that was funny. Yeah.
I kind of want that one. It's been on my radar for a bit. But in the case of Motu, usually... So... The PSAs in some of those shows, like G.I. Joe and Mask, it had nothing to do with the episode. But in the case of Motu, which was easily considered the patient zero of the whole children's direct marketing formula, you had the very specific in today's story at the very end, where Man-at-Arms or Tila or Orko, whomever,
directly talk about
this is what we learned today on today's episode, which was pretty good. Thundercats, however, managed to maintain action and excitement, but never downplayed the importance of moral values in solving a problem.
The problem, the first one, was they were all naked.
Yeah, Jaga solved that very easily.
And then I wish they would have pointed that out at the end.
Yeah. They didn't
put some clothes on these goddamn children.
Wear some goddamn pants when you leave the house.
Is there a butthole cut of Thundercats?
They are very nearly Jellicle, aren't they?
Yeah, those are Jellicle cats.
Jellicle cats, yeah.
Jellicle cats are on the loose. But no, there was no PSA. Well. It focused more on problem solving. So there was no bash you over the head PSA or this is what we learned today. The episode would come back from its last commercial break with the team usually breaking down what had happened in that day's adventure with one another, singling out a personal value or a more wholesome approach to a situation that saved the day or could have solved a problem sooner if only said character could have seen the lesson in the situation. So like with the clothes, if only I would have went to my dresser.
I didn't see one of those. How is it played? Is like Lionel coming out of a dressing room with a towel over his head?
Like me and Joe Green throwing a towel at
it's
Wily
like it's the very end of the day. The sun's setting on Third Earth, and he's got a towel on his head. Chitara is on like the fainting couch with bonbons. At this point, Panther's in his smoking jacket with his pipe. It's the end of the day.
I can see that.
It's a wind down.
I didn't know if it was like, hey, we're obviously just cartoon actors. This isn't real what we're doing. He's like, what? Like you see the set of the sun.
It's exactly like that one episode.
That would be great.
It's exactly like the tanning lotion episode of Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
I don't know that reference.
Aw, damn it. Really?
Sorry.
I thought you watched that.
Not all of them. I watched a good handful of them, and they were pretty enjoyable. I think I would have gotten more out of it if I cared remotely for Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I really never liked Hanna-Barbera.
Your hatred was that deep.
Well, I think, yeah. It's like I don't understand. I don't know. I like the show, but I just always hated Hanna-Barbera. But I love Space Ghost. So.
Well, Space Ghost Coast to Coast or the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
No, the Coast to Coast.
Because that's going to surprise me if the 90s talk show, mediocre. The 60s cartoon, oh my God, I was there for it.
Really? Oh, no. What was in between, though? Oh, Cartoon Planet.
Cartoon Planet, yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys praised that. Maybe I should revisit. I don't love it, but yeah.
It was... Cartoon Planet was fun when you were 13.
Okay.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast was also fun when you were 13. It gets more fun
better
when you are 16, then 19, then 25, revisiting it. And even now, well, hell, when Henry was born, I took time off. I took about a month and a half off before I started at the bank. And so, he was like, 3 months old at the time? So it was a lot like tummy time and what have you, but also a lot of sleeping. So it was a lot of me watching too. So I'm finding like Batman 66 on Tubi. I'm finding Space Ghost Coast to Coast on some fucking app. And rewatching these, I hadn't seen it in forever, at least 20 years, maybe at this point.
Getting some good belly laughs. Kids got tummy time. You're getting belly laughs.
I'm getting belly laughs.
Yeah.
He's getting tummy time, and I'm catching jokes I didn't clock when I was like, a freshman in high school. So definitely a show that ages well.
Great program.
I will say something that was I won't necessarily call it a detriment to the show. It's just when you go back, you can kind of notice it when you're a kid, because when I revisited some of these episodes, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I remember that. The Sword of Omens would kind of end up becoming a bit of a Deus Ex Machina. Like
But it gave him sight beyond sight.
Right, but it could also all of a sudden have different powers for the situation at hand.
Julianne's.
It Julianne's.
I just wanted to hear him do the Chuck voice.
It's always very good.
But no, that was one thing. Like, and even in reviewing it, Sword of Omens just kind of being a Deus Ex Machina, just like let me try this with the Sword of Omens. I'm like, oh my god, it worked, and it solved the problem. How about that? Now let's talk some merchandising. LJN produced the Thundercats action figures from 1984 to 1987. Each figure had an action feature of some sort, and the line also included a unique laser light-up feature that interacted between the Cat's Lair playset, some figures, and some accessories. So that photon shit, like with
$6 Million Man, the Mego figure.
No, that was through the eye. Or more like the Brave Star stuff.
Oh, okay.
Lion-O's eyes and Mumra's eyes would illuminate when a special battery-powered key ring that came with the figure was pressed into a slot in their backs. PVC companions were packed with some figures in 1986, including Wily Cat with Tigra, Wily Kit with Chitara, Snarf with Lion-O, and Mamut with Mumra.
Jason, you'll be happy to know Snarf's dick lit up, too.
Yeah, I don't like that talk.
Bright and shiny.
Don't do that.
Bright and shiny.
Don't like to talk about that.
Had it here, but you just had to fucking shit the bed earlier. The PVC companion figures were also produced as full-sized articulated figures. LJN did produce a few variant figures, including the young Tigra version and the silver rat-eyed daggers of Rat Aro. I'll say that very specifically, so there's no confusion. There are also a few slight color variations of Lion-O, such as red and orange tear versions. I think your brother has both. I saw them at his shop, and you also sent me a picture of them.
Okay, right on.
He's taking mental inventory.
Oh, yeah.
That place ever comes up broken into.
Hey.
Derek?
Hey.
Derek, breaking my brother's shop?
No, I wouldn't do that to your brother. I wouldn't do that, Brian. I wouldn't. Hey.
I hope not.
I'm joking.
Hey.
I'm joking.
Give me that. What do you do when you drive past somebody's house and their trash is out and you see an Elvis clock? Give me that.
You pull over and you take that Elvis clock.
Yeah, Jackson apparently was not thrilled with having to grab that out of the trash.
Oh,
my daughter's been very embarrassed.
I
if
appreciate
grab
the
trash on side of
effort.
road.
That was a badass clock. I thought my mom got it at like an antique store or something.
One, that clock is rad. It's rad.
Old school Elvis.
Two, he's not thrilled. He's not thrilled that he had to do that.
No.
Are you thrilled with the $100 fine you had to fucking pay for?
Yeah.
Maybe shut up and go grab the clock.
Yep.
Anyway.
You're not wrong.
Jackson knows how to push his buttons, right?
He just steams. He steams my hams.
Go pick up the garbage.
Go pick up the fucking garbage.
It's fun.
It's fun. The third series of figures from 1987 are harder to find, as is usually the case. You're gonna love this. They're harder to find along with additions to the line. Tongosaurus and the Astral Moat Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Driller and Stinger are the toughest figures to track down. Stinger's wings are very fragile, making it next to impossible to find a loose, complete figure. An unproduced...
loose Tongosaurus? Good God. I don't think the world's ready.
I don't think we're ready. Hatcha kids. His Tongosaurus is everywhere. An unproduced final series of figures would have included the Mad Bubbler, Red Eye of the Lunatics, Ratilla, Cannon Blaster and Quick Jaws from the Berserkers, as well as the Feliner and the Feliner, Thunderstrike, and Lunatacker. Photos of these were featured in the 1987 LJN catalog. Comics. And I think you got some of these because I think I remember reading them either at our apartment. But there were also several comic book series produced. Of course, there was a Thundercats comic book series based on the animated show, and it was originally published by Marvel Comics through its Star Comics imprint in 1985, lasting for 3 years and 24 issues. During this time, a new series was published by Marvel UK, somehow consisting of 129 issues, and was also published for 3 years. Beginning in 2002, Thundercats titles were published by Wildstorm Productions, an imprint of DC Comics and owned by Warner Brothers.
Those I had.
And included 5 non-canon miniseries and several one-shots.
Yeah.
So I remember those coming out.
I had all of those ones.
Yeah.
I was going to say the original ones, I never had any of them.
No.
Where was your stop to get comic books?
So, a dude's apartment in Pekin.
Yeah.
Well, not then.
Oh, he still had a... Well, I had a pull list at Acme for a while, too. But, it was Treasure House, Comics, and Pekin.
Very dear friend of mine and neighbor to your cousin Paul.
Yeah, later he ran it out of his apartment because pretty much he had no foot traffic. It was just his regulars, so it's like...
Where was the store before?
Across from West Campus.
Yeah.
Oh, by the high school there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's like a Cleaners or something over
No
there.
foot traffic.
No.
Come to my house.
Yep. It looks like a drug deal, but people come out with comics.
The nerdiest drug deal of all time.
And not only that, the guy wanted to sell that building because I think like the dry cleaner was like I'm gonna end the business and everything else. The guy wanted to sell that building, so I think Terry kind of got pushed out of there. So he's like, screw it, I'm just gonna run it out of my
Terry's
apartment.
treasures.
Burger King had a kids meal tie-in as well.
Did you have to be a member of the Burger King Kids
I don't
Club?
think Kids Club existed yet.
Oh.
Where are the Thundercats? We don't know, Master. Who's the cauldron will tell us. You will find the Thundercats at Burger King for a limited time only. Introducing Thundercats meal packs for your kids with a glowing light switch cover, a secret message ring, and 2 other Thundercats treasures, a different one each week. We must get them.
Sorry, Reptile. Our powers work for good, not evil. Thundercats meal packs for your kids, now only at Burger King.
I think that was a 90s convention. Yeah.
Burger King.
Remember that guy with the big glasses?
Yeah, Kid Vid.
Yeah.
Remember the kid in the wheelchair?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
John
Wheels.
Parham.
Drake.
Is that you talking about?
Yeah. That was him. He's the Burger King kid in motion.
Look it up. Burger King Kid in motion.
Nice. 1987 saw the creation of an unappreciated staple of 80s children entertainment, a traveling show.
I saw some footage.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Yeah, babe. Rankin Bass created a traveling stage show with the Thundercats featuring characters from their companion series, Silverhawks and Tiger Sharks, as well as their friends Gumby, Pokey, Karate Cat, and Street Frogs.
No.
I want to stop here and I
Okay.
want to talk about traveling stage shows.
I wanted to just focus on Shitara, but I couldn't.
Thundercats Live! Thundercats Live at Madison Square Garden. All your favorite TV superstars in person. An extravagant adventure with a high-flying Silverhawk, Steve, Gumby, and Pokey. Music and excitement with the dancing Street Frogs. Your family will love the amazing Thundercats, the fun-loving Karate Cat, the high-flying space-age Silverhawks. Don't miss Thundercats Live, now through October 11th, only at Madison Square Garden. Tickets now at the Garden Box Office, Ticketron, and Telotron.
It looked really bad.
Panther didn't look happy.
Are there full videos? Can you see like?
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Those costumes were strange. Let me ask you this: did you guys? Because this seems like a thing. It's a bygone thing.
coming out of our shells tour?
Well,
I have the VHS of that.
You kind of still have them. Like Bluey will do a stage show. I think Paw Patrol will do like a stage show.
Ice-capades.
But like, think back to when we were kids and how heavily these.
I did.
promoted.
I got tickets to Sesame
Ice-capades,
Street.
You had Sesame Street Live. You had. I felt like at that point in time, back
Disney
in
on
like
Ice.
Disney on Ice, back in like the 80s into the 90s, I felt like at least once a month, ballpark, or maybe once every 2 months, we had some sort of kid-centric traveling show at the Civic Center. Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Mario Brothers was another one.
Oh, was it really?
Yes, it was. Disney on Ice. Specific Disney movies on ice. I think there was a Barbie stage show.
I remember when I was real.
Did you ever go to one?
I think I went. Okay, I've been to a Disney Ice Capades. I think when I was probably like under 10, and I remember this is. I don't know if this is connected, but when I was learning how to use the toilet, number 2, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't figure it out.
Can't do it.
And my mom said,
"How does this work?"
He said, down at the riverfront, right in front of Sears. It's no longer there.
Right.
He said, right down there, Ronald McDonald from McDonald's is going to be down there doing the magic show. You can see him if you take a huge shit in this toilet.
If you go poo-poo on the potty like a big boy.
And I think I was really like. I think I remember being like scared. I don't know.
It tracks because we've gotten him over it, but Henry all of a sudden hit a pocket of being afraid.
It's weird.
In the last month and a half or so.
Look at dogs.
He was being a champion about it.
Look
like,
at dogs
Dad,
outside.
I went poop. Dad, I did this, and then all of a sudden, no.
How many dogs do you have? You have 3 dogs?
Yeah.
When they go outside, they're taking a shit and they're kind of looking around, right? They like to look at you, right? They like to make eye contact with you.
Am I doing it right?
It's more like you're keeping me safe.
Yeah.
While I'm vulnerable.
Well, you think about it, probably one of your most vulnerable positions you're ever in.
That's what I'm getting at.
Shitting.
That's what I'm getting at. I think it's probably something innate in us to have a fear.
Very well
because
could be.
there was probably a time when we were, there were cavemen, and there's no toilets, there's no stall.
That's why I don't shut the door when I go in a stall.
It's like that crash test dummy.
I'm like, hey, if you wandered over here, you saw the door was open. This is on you, bud.
I think it is an innate fear in mammals that you are vulnerable when you're shitting, so you got to have someone looking out for you. And if you're a little boy or girl trying to shit in the toilet for the first time,
it scares it.
Anyway, I went and saw Ronald McDonald's fine.
Hey, all right. What about you, D? Do you ever go to any kind of like stage show or anything that stands out from a product of this era?
Of that era, like I said, Sesame Street Live is the only one I can recall. Cousin John won tickets at a carnival or like on a radio station, and he was way too old. And, he's in high school at this point. He's like, Dustin might want to go, and gave him to my parents.
Here you go, kid.
So, yeah, I remember going to that at the Civic Center. I took Drew to several like kind of stage shows and then like I saw a Batman stage show.
Really?
This would have been like 12, 13 years ago.
No shit.
And it was up in Rockford, but it was like a Batman stunt show, and it was
almost like the Indiana Jones stunt show.
Kind of, yeah. And it was in the an
Ghostbusters stunt show that was at Universal.
But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Damn. Okay.
So
I didn't know they did.
Yeah, apparently, because I thought it was kind of weird too. It was like it made me think of like those kind of old school
cool
shows, and it's like my stepson at the time was in the Batman hardcore, and it was like, oh, this will be awesome. It'll be like being in a Batman movie.
It's pretty rad.
So yeah, there's probably footage of that. I tried finding some of that Thundercats stage show. All you can find is just that one promo video. So that's like lost media that somebody needs to track down at some point.
That would be tremendous. I went to a Motu one when I was a kid. In fact, I think my parents were still married. It's one of my few memories of them still being married, and it was like a roller skate show. In 1987, Elite Systems released the game Thundercats: The Lost Eye of Thundera for Commodore 64, CX Spectrum, and Amstrad CPC, Amiga, and Atari ST personal computers. Other Thundercats merchandise of the 1980s included a board game, TV tray table, an electronic racing set, tin lunchbox, clothing, and apparel. A retro spurt occurred in the mid-90s and 2000s that began with the familiar 1980s Thundercats emblem on T-shirts.
I didn't realize TV trays were such a common themed item. Like
they really
I swear to God,
dude.
This is like the third or fourth episode where you've rattled off TV trays, and I'm like,
if you could slap it on an item and sell it, and it all came down to licensing.
We just had those, brown ones everybody had that were metal and folded.
That's what we had too.
My grandpa had something like that.
Do you think it's like frozen dinners are a thing. You make one and you sit down and you watch our show on the tray. Do you think that's the thing?
Yeah, I think there's.
I have some cereal bowls, like themed cereal bowls for sure. But
I think there's something to that.
My brother's got an Alf, I think, TV tray at his place, at his store right now. They're out there,
man.
I do think the whole idea of like I'm going to watch Thundercats with my Thundercats TV tray and eat my PB&J. Yeah, I think there's something to that. I mean, it's part of you're a kid, you don't know to call it this, but it's part of an immersive experience.
And a balanced breakfast.
Part of a balanced breakfast. Let's see now. So the emblem has also been on T-shirts and has since grown to include new T-shirt designs and various other Thundercats-themed apparel, such as hats and belt buckles, plus apparently a tan backpack with the Thundercats on it. I do recall seeing this, I believe, at a JCPenney's once.
That's 80s, or they're in the revamp?
Newer product and licensing of
I did not buy one of
nostalgic cash grab.
A Hot Topic product, perhaps.
For sure.
Fuck yeah. In recent years, we have seen the following. May of 2009, Warner Brothers gave Hard Hero the rights to produce a line of collectible statues based on the Thundercats characters. 2011, a new series on Cartoon Network premiered, with Bandai releasing toys based on both the classic and the 2011 series. More on the show later in the month, as well as the toys, I'm sure. But you mentioned you had snagged up some of the classic figures.
Yeah,
I think they had two. It was Lion-O and Tigra. I don't think they
got both of them.
Because unfortunately, that line and show did not last that long.
I may still have Lion-O.
All of that is from 2011?
2011.
Yeah. Okay. They stood on top of one of my DVD shelves for a couple years.
Don't trade it in. Let me buy it from you.
Well, I think Bob
comes.
at Acme may have already gotten one of them.
Son of a bitch.
So, yeah. I'll keep you updated if I purge anything from the collection.
Keep that in your hip pocket. February of 2011, Mezco Toys acquired the Thundercats license to produce large-scale figures based on the 1980s animated series. Lion-O was the first announced figure in their toy line. I don't know what else they've really done with that. Like, I know Mezco's done a lot with Batman and superhero lines, but I don't see a lot from Thundercats because that license is elsewhere now. Something of note, just because I remember seeing these promoted and they looked fantastic. Jerry Macaluso, owner of Pop Culture Shock, a collectible statue company, announced in March 2010 that he had acquired his quote-unquote dream license. The company went on to produce premium format Thundercat statues in 1/4 scale, over 30 inches tall.
Did they do a Ghost Jago?
No Ghost Jago.
Wasted opportunity.
What would that be? You think just like the figure but clear all the way through?
Yeah, I had an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure like that was a Kenner mail-in exclusive.
Would you want it completely clear,
How
Derek?
many Jedi points did that cost you?
Or would you like some a little bit of color in that clear?
There is actually
a blue tint.
translucent Ghost Jaga from
there
Super
really is.
7. It's sold out. It is hard as shit to get.
Oh, it's a newer one?
Yeah, but it's done by Super 7. It's very hard to get. There is some color with it, but there's a lot of translucence, and it looks really cool. To that point, and I have this one on pre-order, they are doing a translucent-esque Mumra. It's his dream projection version, and it looks amazing because it has like
Doctor Strange?
more kind of astral form.
Yeah.
More translucent plastics in like his flesh and stuff, and it looks fucking rad. They also did Super 7 also did a completely clear translucent Tigra for his stealth mode. You know, he'll put the whip around himself and he can disappear. And they did a figure of that. Completely
these
clear.
are toys that you will never see in a store.
Hell no.
Unless you go to like some specialty boutique action figure adult collectible
you're not going to
store.
see this at Walmart. You're not going to see it at Target.
This is stuff you have to know about and order in advance
Yes.
online, or you're SOL.
Yeah, well, that company in particular is coming up very quickly, and we'll speak more to how you find these things, because you're right. When you get into these boutique figures, you do not find them at a Target. Every once in a while, in like an adult collector section, they may have some stuff. The company in question is Super 7. You'll see a lot of their reaction stuff back there in electronic sections.
Yeah.
But the larger scale figures that are 6 to 7, 7 to 8 inches tall, you don't really see those in stores a whole lot. But no, that statue company would go on to produce a very cool looking Lion-O and Mumra. Prototypes of Chitara and Tigra were developed and displayed online and at San Diego Comic-Con, respectively, but they did not reach the minimum pre-order threshold. The prototypes were donated to the Thundercats Museum in 2014. Meanwhile,
where is that?
Thundercats Museum. I believe it's in California, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that a bucket list thing for you?
It's on Earth too.
Got to get to the Thundercats Museum? No,
not a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a traveler.
Would you like a virtual tour?
Yeah, I'd check it out. I don't know. Maybe if I looked more into it, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, that'd be fun to see. Meanwhile, plans for a feature film have tried to get off the ground since 2008. In 2008 to 2009, Warner Brothers was in the process of creating a CGI animated film based on Thundercats. It was rumored to be an original story expanding on the events of the first episode, and the film's concept artwork contained the main character's Lion-O, as well as 3 locations. This was released in July of 2009. You can find that online. A 2-minute test scene was filmed and presented to Warner Brothers. However, the movie was put on an indefinite hold, perhaps due to the critical and commercial failure of the 2008 movie Speed Racer.
I love that movie.
Which was another Warner Brothers CGI project. Yeah, but it didn't. I've never seen it.
No shame whatsoever. Like, that movie is so well done. And
is that the Wachowskis?
Yes, I have defended it since it came out. It is exactly what it should be. It is an
Why did it do so bad?
Is it? Does it feel like live action anime? Is what it feels like?
Yeah. Like, you got fucking
Isn't that what you
Ricci
want?
playing one of the girls. Like
John Goodman plays Pops, doesn't he?
Yes, it is so well done, and it's like
Emil Hirsch.
Yes, plays Speed. The acting
Matthew
is
Fox
static.
is Racer X.
It's supposed to be. And, like Christina Ricci plays Trixie. It's Susan Sarandon plays Speed's mom. It is a really well done show, and the special effects, I feel, hold up compared to some other
great
movies. If you've never seen the Speed Racer movie, by all means, please go check it out. I mean, I encourage you. It is well worth it.
That is everything you want in a Speed Racer movie, right?
Yes.
Like, you want a dark, gritty take on it?
Yeah.
No, you want it to be like bright and colorful and
it's
kind of frenetic.
Exactly what it should be.
Yeah. Well, in March of 2021, it was announced that Warner Brothers was once more actively developing a live-action Thundercats film with Adam Wingard attached to direct the film, with a screenplay by Wingard and Simon Barrett, and Roy Lee and Dan Lin serving as producers. There was also Thundercats Roar debuting in 2020, which I don't care for or care to talk about. It exists. If you're interested in it, Bully, go seek it out. It looked like shit. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, it looks the super different take. It looked like from what I saw, and I don't care to talk about it either.
Yeah, if that's your trick, go ahead.
Rawr.
Check it out.
What would you like? What would you like if they said tomorrow there's going to be a reboot of Thundercats, and you got to decide what it would be?
I would like to see a lot of the same team that did Masters of the Universe, Revelation and Revolution.
Now is that the Kevin Smith one?
The Netflix one, yeah. He was, what was he, the producer, executive producer?
I don't know. That's how I just know it is the Kevin Smith
Kevin
one.
Smith is most
But is that, so I
with
think I maybe saw the first episode with you or what, in a hotel room or something.
That sounds about right. That's what we do in hotel rooms, isn't it?
Just watch in it.
But is that a more adult take?
Yeah,
on Masters. So that's what you would like to see.
That would be cool.
Like a hard PG-13 version of Thundercats.
Yeah,
in a more modern animation style, or what kind of animation?
Well, that same animation style.
Like heavy metal.
Gotcha.
No, not like heavy metal.
No,
no. If you had a lot of the same design and production team tackling that property, I think that could look amazing. I think that could look really, really good.
I think standard animation is the way to go. The 3D computer animated. I don't know. Like I wasn't.
just don't dig
super stoked about that motion picture option.
Maybe it's just the time that we grew up, but you're talking about Sword of the Stone and saying that how that holds up. And I agree. I think well done Disney hand-drawn animation super duper holds up. And again, I don't know if it's just the time that we grew up in, but
we grew up with a lot of it.
Some of the computer animation does not hold up. From late 90s, mid-aughts. It doesn't look awesome.
It's definitely more cost effective and it allows you to do other things, but I'm a sucker for traditional animation.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what we grew up with. We had the Disney Renaissance. Don Bluth was kicking out his own. And
he got all the classic stuff too. I watched Looney Tunes and things that existed for decades before I was born, and they held up.
We were truly spoiled by some amazing and tremendous
and visionaries.
There's shitty animation. Out
Princess of Power.
That's what I said. Princess of Power.
Excuse me.
He's up in his T count.
Absolutely.
In front of you.
He's really putting me to shame here.
Yep.
It's like, you see that? See what I just did? I'm raising my T count.
You drinking your T count? A little sip.
That's good tea.
A little sipping tea.
Feel it down in my plums. So as far as what's going on, you mentioned that if you could do something now, what would you do? But what is actually going on nowadays? In 2016, not Marvel, you dumb idiot.
You dumb bastard.
You dumb bastard. Mattel started a series of subscription-based toys in the form of Thundercats Classics, not unlike their Motu Classics line. Though wonderfully designed, the series failed to land and only produced one wave, consisting of Lion-O, Panthro, Jackalman, Pumira, Mumra, and an SDCC exclusive 2-pack of Wily Cat and Wily Kit.
No Eternia equivalent.
No. Well, we'll get to that. Mattel unfortunately canceled the line, but Super 7 picked up the license in 2019, reissued the Mattel Classics figures that had already been released, and have continued producing characters from the line, and have even began work on a massive and in-scale Cat's Lair playset.
Good.
Yeah. No further movement has been rumored on a film or even a revival series. But as you had asked me, with the success of Motu Revelations and Revolution, respectively, Thundercats does seem ripe for a revisit.
And you would like to see it in that style?
I would love to see it done in that style.
I want to see it done in Rankin Bass Rudolph style.
Oh, that'd be cool.
All claymation, all felty claymation.
Yeah.
Well, who would voice Lion-O?
Larry Kenny. He's still kicking ass and taking names.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still
Good.
spry, smart as a whip. But yes, that Super 7 line's amazing. I actually just recently got my first Super 7 figure. I got a Lion-O, and it looks fantastic, and I kind of want more of them.
Can we guess the amount of money? How much does that cost?
Take a shot.
Yeah. $30,000?
$30,000?
Really?
Lira.
I don't know the conversion rate.
Okay, you don't know.
We're working U.S. dollars.
I'm going to guess $65.
Sorry, I've been in foreign markets recently.
You have?
Yeah,
You're highly embedded.
Yeah, I was in Vegas, and I got.
The currency is lira in Vegas.
If you're in the right parts of Vegas, it is.
Oh, Little Persia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say? 65?
My guess is 65 American dollars.
You're high, but you're not terribly far off.
No, I'm
64.
He is high.
It's got to be wearing off by now.
Yeah, for sure.
$64.
No. It was. I got the deluxe one. I think it was 54. Okay. I'd have to go back and look. It was either 45 or 54.
Plus tax.
About
$65.
40. It was. Well, no, it might have been 50. I think it was 50. But it looks great. I have that Mumra on pre-order.
The clear one or the regular?
The clear one. I do want to get the regular one, but I'm waiting for if you time it right. There's two sites that I like to buy nostalgic shit from, and you got to time it right to get stuff on sale. Or when that's 80stees.com, and that's Big Bad Toy Store.
You've recently told us that you've been playing the clearance chicken.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game.
It's
for sure.
Yeah.
Smell his fridge.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. Yeesh.
I don't know what I'm going to do about my fridge, guys.
Throw it out, get a new one.
I think I got to burn the whole place down.
Yep. Just get the gasoline.
We're not talking about Silver Rocks.
But yeah, there's a Cat's Lair that's made in scale with these figures, and it is like $700 fucking, and it is beautiful. There's a Thunder Tank made in scale with these figures. It's on sale right now for $400.
Oh, that's it?
That's more than I would spend, I think.
Yeah. It's spendy. It's very, very, very.
You take a vacation with that money.
Yeah, absolutely. You can. You can fix things on your minivan with that much money. So yeah, that is going to wrap things up for Thundercats, but we will be back after these brief messages.
Half human, half animal.
Thunder, 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 thunder.
Thundercats, Mummer and Lion-O, each sold separately.
I'm Mumro, want the sword of Gundera.
With this secret power ring, battery not included, you can make Lion-O's eyes light up. With Battlematic action, you control their swords.
Sword is mine, Lion-O. That's what you think, Mumra.
Thundercats. Thundercats, Mummer and Lion-O with light-up eyes, each sold separately. New from LJN.
Lion-O of the Thundercats discovers a new enemy, the Berserkers. Top Spinner. Cruncher. Hammerhand. Rambam. The Berserkers from Rainbow Toys.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats.
Ho! I'm Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats, reminding you that kids are not allowed to drink anything with alcohol in it.
And I'm Snarf, telling you this, don't kid around with drinking. It's against the law.
Obey the code. Don't drink alcohol.
What a great Thundercats break. Gentlemen, how do you feel after discussing all that chuck-a-blucka Thundercats?
I'm nervous about what's to come.
You shouldn't be. These are far short. They get increasingly shorter.
The episodes we're going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
The stuff to review. It gets much shorter as they had shorter shelf lives.
I'm not going to revisit Thundercats ever again after this, but I like what I saw. I think as a kid, that's a good thing.
It was rad.
And yeah, the animation is good. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on there. I give it a thumbs up. We're still doing the grading, I think. I give it an A.
Fantastic. Boy, well, we are going to be continuing down this path. But before that, gentlemen, plugs. I know we can find each of you every Friday on Radio Rewind.
Inconveniently located on the Drunken Lullabies podcast.
That is absolutely correct. But anything...
You're smiling when you say it, but you know that it's true. And I think Derek means it too when he says it is inconvenient if you're trying to find it.
It's not inconvenient to me because I'm indoctrinated to that feed. If you are a stranger,
but you understand that it is inconvenient.
If you are a stranger, it can be hard.
But Dustin's doing a smart thing though because
it keeps that feed alive and going.
Well, not just that. Like it's almost the entirety of his personal podcasting resume too.
Huge back catalog.
So
of stuff.
it's smart. It is smart and interesting to keep it in one feed.
Yeah,
but yeah. If you like talking about radio hits of the past, you could do a hell of a lot worse than Radio Rewind.
And that's there's a lot of independent podcasts out there. This ain't just three jamokes talking on mics, about things they don't know anything about. We know what we're talking about. We're doing the research.
2 jabronis and Grace.
Yeah, and it's well produced.
Says
I can
the
say
producer.
that because
you do a very good
it's
job.
tremendous.
This is me patting myself on the back. This isn't like we know what we're doing. I've been doing it for years at this point. So it's a quality program.
It's a quality.
Check it out.
And if you want to listen to a rudderless ship, you can go to generationalgap.com. It's I don't know if that's a website. Just Generational Gap is the podcast, and I've been on a few of those episodes recently. So if you want to continue to hear me talk, which I don't, who cares? Check out the Generational Gap. That's Scott and Tyler host that one.
That's on the Karaoke Big E.
Kind of, I think.
Got renamed, I think.
Or did he rename it?
Kevin Clark is in charge of that. He was on our X-Men episode.
Because boy, do you want to talk about a feed that's hard to find.
there is nothing harder to spell than Karaoke Big E.
Nope.
I stand by the name though. I think
onomatopoeia is easier to spell.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I think Kevin changed the name to Generational Gap, but I think it's still I don't know. Whatever. It's out there. Figure it out.
Go out there. You have to find your own.
We got to
fun.
do everything for you. Quip. Go, let's do it.
Well, folks, that is going to bring our lovely walk down memory lane to a close. But please join us next week as we discuss the next human-animal hybrid offering from Rankin Bass. We're going to be talking about Silverhawks.
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 It's one of my favorite Christmas
Silverhawks.
It's
Christmas time.
And we're shiny.
And we're shiny. I highly doubt you.
Don't talk about their ding-a-lings.
You probably have some frame of reference for it. I know he's got zero.
Okay.
Did you watch the cartoon at all
as a kid? No.
No.
As an adult earlier today? Yes.
Well, the brand and what have you.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
I'm wearing my Silverhawks t-shirt right now. But yes, join us next week as we will be discussing Silverhawks. You can find Dustin at DutchStick11. You can find Jason at Couch Pilots Pod. You can, of course, find me at Derek J. Hoover or engage with the show at Yesterdaze Pod. All of us are on X. If you want to share feedback in more detail, please email us at yesterdayspod@gmail.com. If you are in the position to help our show grow, please consider being a patron at patreon.com/Yesterday's Podcast. That is going to wrap it up for this week. But please come back next Monday and we'll have a good time.